welcome to episode 2 of me tidying my bedroom. This is going to be a massive upload, so I'm just going to get straight into it. See you at the end. This is like the first part of cleaning the second third of my room. That's getting complicated. But yeah, I can be around here. That kind of works. First thing I want to do, I want to put some shelves up in kind of this region, sort of here. So, I have a CD cabinet right here. It's quite heavy, quite covered in things. I'm gonna clear it, empty it, put all the CDs. I think I'm gonna give them to my parents based on the fact that I don't have a CD player anymore. I gave that to my parents, so, they can go and put the CDs wherever they want to put them. And then also considering the CD cabinet is falling apart, I'm gonna talk to them about can I get a cabinet to go there instead. Well, yeah, I'm just gonna start cleaning and get on with that.
Obviously, I said I was going to start by cleaning. First thing I did, I took everything off the top of the cabinet and tried to organise that into piles of like, does it need to go in a box for when I have display units up? Does it have somewhere that it currently lives, like my wool that was on there that just went straight into my bag of wool? I'm just trying to sort things so that I knew where they would go once I'd finished clearing the top of the cabinet. I don't think there's really much else to say here, so there'll be another 30-ish, maybe? I don't really know. But yeah, in a second I do sort my cables here. Because on the CD cabinet I have at the back an extension cable, or I had it the CD cabinet isn't there anymore. But I had an extension cable and I plug in anything that needed charging, or like my hairdryer, that kind of thing. So I was just putting my cables into a little box while I moved everything. Yeah, I'm gonna leave you to watch that for a little bit. And be back soon.
So the shelf's clear. I've made a pile of stuff that I'm going to give to my mother for either recycling, because she likes to sort all the recycling. Where I live, you have to actually sort your recycling yourself. I know a lot of people who just, if it's recyclable, put it in one bin. We don't have that. But yeah, stuff that's like that I've ended up with. So in my Rubik's Cube solving book, I found some numbers that are definitely my dad's. But yeah, anyway, I've cleared the shelf. I'm not too precious about making sure everything goes somewhere that it's gonna live soon, because of the fact that I'm gonna hopefully replace this and put a lot of stuff back on the replacement. But I'm gonna clean it now, and then I think remove all the CDs and then move it and hoover the floor.
Literally the exact same thing I did in part 1 when I cleaned things. I got my disinfectant, got a cloth, and just thoroughly wiped over the surface. Yep.
So I'm in a very awkward position right now. I've obviously just cleaned the top of the CD cabinet, and I'm about to take all the CDs out. So I've got myself, that doesn't have my address on, a box here. Hopefully I'll have enough boxes overall to put all the CDs in. And I'm just gonna kind of scootle you guys until you can see the CD cabinet, which I'm gonna clear. For you.
So, literally, I just took all the CDs out of the cabinet and put them in boxes. I took them downstairs, and then a couple of days later, my dad said, actually, I want the CD cabinet. I'll talk about that in a little bit. and then I organised everything into alphabetical order when it was in my parents' room. That was quite a satisfying process, and it's not my problem anymore. I don't know to what extent my dad's going to succeed with it, but he can get a new one if and when he feels like that.
Once again, camera quality is shocking. Again, I really don't know what to do about that. I will get like a better, well, I'll get an actual camera at some point probably. But just it's been a couple of days before I carry on with part 2 of cleaning my room. I want to talk about the cabinet situation because I did remove the CD cabinet. I actually reorganized it and it's in my parents' room now. They've decided they want it. But I then talked to my parents about getting a new cabinet to put in the place of where it was, and they've said actually we want to decorate your bedroom. Yeah. No. Hi, Editing Crispy here. What that was my dad asking me if I was still in the house, or asking me if I'd left the house, which obviously I hadn't because I was replying to him. I just thought that was a little bit funny, so I left that in for you guys. See you at the end. Anyway, they've said they want to decorate my bedroom, and that it's easier if I've got less furniture in there. So instead of buying a new cabinet now, I'm going to put things into boxes, which I have plenty of boxes. And also I've got back all the boxes I put the CDs into. So, yeah, things aren't going to be perfect. Series is going to go on for a little bit longer, but the room will be not what I decided when I was 5 years old anymore, because not really the vibe, I'm not going to lie. But yeah, I'm just going to get back on with the actual tidying of the room now. Start by, because I'm not really starting. But I'm gonna put all my books, because I've got a like teeny tiny bookshelf because I've not got a large collection of books. I'm gonna collect all my books into a box and go from there. Yeah.
As I said, I collected all the books together. That just put them all into a box. That's literally it, so just enjoy the video. I do just want to add how you can tell that the playlist is good. I don't know what the playlist is. I don't know what song I'm listening to right now, and I have removed the sound from that section, so I will probably not find out. But the vibes were clearly, um, immaculate. So and then here, the actual bookshelf part that I was going to put all the books onto was absolutely completely clear, so I cleaned it, as you know, you probably used to see it before, and gathered together all the books that I could put them in alphabetical order on the shelf. One thing about me is that I really enjoy organising, I hate tidying, and that's why my room is the way it is. And you know, as we go along, I'll try and improve things so that there's more organising and less tidying, and it's a lot easier to keep up with. That's, you know, that's the goal here.
So I've cleared the top shelf of my teeny tiny bookshelf. There's also a desk that pulls out. With that, I'm gonna put some things in boxes and head to the Amazon.com to purchase some like storage. I want to sort out my crafting stuff because I've got a gym bag full of knitting things that just doesn't quite work anymore, and an Amazon box full of embroidery things that again doesn't really work. So yeah, I'll sort that, get back to you. I think that might end up being in part 3. But I'm gonna move on to my black unit, which is for like A-level things and the like. But yeah. So I've had Scran, I've been on Amazon. It's freezing cold in here right now, so I've got a hoodie on. I'm gonna move on to my black cabinet. I think I said that before I left. But yeah, just gonna get started on that.
So, as I mentioned, the black cabinet is for A-level equipment, that kind of thing. So, like, the biggest drawer at the bottom, that's for my textbooks and, like, old notebooks, that kind of thing. And the middle drawer is mostly just, like, spare equipment, so, like, pencil cases, pens. I appear to have disappeared. That's fun. Hopefully I'll be back soon. But yeah, as usual, first things first, I cleared the shelf. Am I actually going to come back here? This is... Hey, I'm back. Yeah. Cleared the shelf, got everything sorted into boxes of kind of like categories so that I knew where it would go when I'd finished. So most of what was stacked on top was just equipment, highlighters, pens, pencils, that kind of thing. This is just me testing out some pens to see if they need to go in the bin or if they actually can stay. And then once I had a full box of equipment sorted, I just put that to one side and got onto the next thing. That's a box of nail polish because I moved those all from my window ledge. They are all going to go back when I've gotten to the next part of tidying my room. And then here, I wish you could see, I'm organising my overflow pin badge collection. There's some pin badges that I have where, like, they came in a pack, and I don't actually intend to put them on anything. They go on Vinted, mostly. So, we took a quick break. I think probably storage was just running low. And in that time, I finished clearing the actual unit itself. So, once again, cleaning the surface. It's quite fun cleaning like a long surface because you get to like sway, and then there's me putting my like office equipment organizer back on and organising that so that it's actually an organizer and not just a pile of things. It would also appear that at some point off camera I've gotten most of the things I said I was going to do with like the drawers sorted so that they're nice and even. The thing is, there's no real way I can film, and so those would be very difficult for you to actually see what's going on, so I think I just did that off camera. But yeah, just the usual, everything that I've taken off I'm sorting out to see if it's for filing somewhere, if it's for the bin, that kind of thing. And as a side note, I think somewhere in that region is my national insurance number, which I could really do with, because it turns out that's not like on your driving license or anything, and I don't know where I put it. Always fun. So I will let you guys know when I find that. Well, yeah, that's just organising stuff. Enjoy. And finally, I cleared literally everything out of that second third of the room. In fact, I cleared everything out of the first 2/3, and I hoovered. This was the next day. As you can tell by the change in outfit, I didn't randomly change outfit. And I just want to point out how cool my pants are. Like, they have hearts on the ass pockets. That's incredible. But yeah, same as usual, I hoovered the section that was done. And yeah, same as usual.
So thank you so much for watching. I appreciate that was a massive upload. I hope to see you again soon. Have a great day or night. Bye.